This month holds so many changes, and a step toward living a life in the wild. Okay, I'm not even sure how to say this, but I'm selling my bus. This was definitely not in the cards, not my plan. I was hoping to live in it for at least 2 years. Lived in it for a year now, but the reason I'm selling it is because I am moving to an island off the coast of Alaska. Unfortunately, the bus cannot come with me. You hear the words diesel bus and Alaskan island, and they just don't make sense. I mean, we'll have this huge adventure ahead of us. We're both going to live there together, so that kind of makes up for how upset I am that I'm gonna leave her back. We have to get her all prepped and fixed up for her new owner, and it's such a weird feeling because I feel so sad with all the memories and the entire build process, everything that went into this bus, but at the same time I'm ready to let her go and start this new life. As we began preparations to sell our tiny home on wheels, nostalgia was creeping in. If you guys have been around for our bus build, you know how much work went into creating this home. I swear I have more stories from the build itself than memories of actually living in it. It was bittersweet to be packing up the one place that truly felt safe, the home that went on every adventure with me, the home we built from the ground up. I know every piece of wood in here, every wire, every quirk. Each material has a story of its own. It's almost like I was giving human characteristics to the bus. Each piece of her had a personality to me. I've been living nomadically for years now, constantly moving every few months. I'd say I'm almost too good at letting things go. I really don't hold much attachment to objects or places, and I'm always looking forward to the new adventure ahead. And that's honestly what has kept me sane throughout the process of selling the bus. The fact that I had a wild ride ahead of me made it somewhat okay that the bus wouldn't be along for this particular journey. Belle is going to be well cared for by her new owners. It really does break my heart to know I'll never watch another sunset from the comfort of my bed, parked along coastlines for weeks on end. But my little blue bus has given me new horizons daily, and for that I am forever grateful. Last night in the bus, how do you feel?
I feel pretty good. A little sad, but you know, just on to new things. So
It would be more sad if we didn't have like a huge adventure next, I feel like.
yeah, but what's coming next is gonna fill that missing void of adventure.
We had some final repairs to make on the bus, and then we packed up all of our belongings into my car and finally hit the road. So we're currently in Oregon right now. We did a straight shot here from California and it was pretty smooth. And I have to say I'm feeling less sad about the bus because it's so nice to speed and drive straight and not have to give the bus brakes or worry about roads in this car because it's so reliable. Right now we're about to do the two worst errands, which for me is gas and ice restock. I feel like I'd rather clean for hours than pump my own gas. I don't know why, it's like the worst task for me. Now we're gonna head on and go see some Oregon views.
Come on, soft, turn the key and cool her on. just a pause for relief. Free pass, you don't even have to ask to be the cat in the sun. Someday I will see the whole deal through.
Currently hiking about a mile down. It's all downhill, so I'm not looking forward to the way back up because it's just all incline. So that will be fun.
You can push off this. Kinda cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the sun's nice though.
Now it feels good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it feels so good now. Cold plunge complete. I actually feel pretty good. And now it's time for all uphill. The soaking wet journey back.
The uphill grind begins.
I'm like dying. It's like all incline and I'm getting bit up by swarms of mosquitoes and was just swatting me.
This is where we came from, down by that water.
Okay, let's go. I'm getting attacked. Okay, you can see how red I am. We did not think we were gonna be tired at all. That was our first alpine dip of the summer, so I hope we have many more up in Canada. Now we continue the journey north. This sandwich in Bodega Bay. I found one.
Good job. You did it.
I just finished blowing up both mattresses and I'm like dizzy and lightheaded. I probably should have used just a regular pump, but camping with 2 people is obviously double the work, but it's nice having someone help around camp and setting up instead of being alone, even though it is double the work, but it's worth it. Pasta, here we come.
Sausage is just about done. Probably a way safer way to go about this, but you got the fire started? What if I go like this? This method is super good. It's really nice. Let's get it in that fire starter.
I like how you already. We woke up to some rain this morning. The weather completely changes the layout of my day, especially now that we're tent camping instead of having the comfort of our bus. Living on the road like this can be very difficult sometimes, especially when you're trying to do the regular day-to-day things that keep you sane. For me, that would be trying to hit a workout, for example. You're always waking up in a new place or heading in a new direction, and you never really have that stability. I don't think it'd be possible for me to do what I do without having those core rituals that keep my nervous system regulated. Things like daily yoga, meditation, therapy are practices that keep me grounded no matter where I am. So I actually want to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is BetterHelp. BetterHelp is an online therapy service that connects you with a therapist right from your phone or your computer. You simply go to their site, answer a few questions, and get matched with a professional that fits your needs. You can usually be matched with a therapist within a 48-hour time frame. They also make it super simple to change therapists whenever you want. Being on the road and able to connect with a therapist has been an absolute game changer for me. You can just hop on a phone call, a video call, or message them from wherever you are. This creates that sense of stability that I lack when my home is constantly changing or my environment is constantly moving. If you also live a nomadic lifestyle or you just want to connect with a therapist from the comfort of your own home, you can visit betterhelp.com/arwamore, or you can visit that link in my description box and get a discount on your very first month. Thank you again, BetterHelp, for sponsoring today's video. And let's go for a hike.
Dandelions, rustling leaves, just like in my childhood dreams. You're as delicate as a leaf, you don't know what you mean to me. I don't wanna lose you. It's too soon.
Okay, we just set up camp here in Washington, and this is probably one of my favorite campsites I've ever been at. It just overlooks this beautiful lake, and the water is so blue. The sky started clearing up, so now there's no rain, and we're just gonna go explore the area. Hopefully have some time to slow down and maybe read my book later. That was my intention with this drive up to Alaska. We always see like 10 places in one day, and this time around, get to know spots longer rather than hit a bunch of different areas at once.
You can't just follow me everywhere.
But you have the best spot. Just a little bit. Is mustard worth the hype? It's like cooked perfectly. I don't like mustard though. I see land. I'm freezing, but I feel so good. I'm so adamant about cold plunging in the morning. Now we are going to cross the Canadian border, and I'm gonna get close. I'm literally shaking.
I love it.
Holy, your butt. Look at my arm is like like a turkey leg.
I gotta warm back up.
Okay, we're about to go through the border, and we just threw out our fruit, which was kind of the only thing we had in the car that probably would have been flagged, I guess. Got our passports ready, and hopefully they'll let us in. I don't see why not. Is this the maple leaf? Oh my god.
You know all their money smells like maple syrup.
Really? Yeah. You don't know how much I love maple syrup. A Canadian bird. After a somewhat successful border crossing. No, I don't have.
You mean I don't have any? Do you own it?
No, I don't have a. We were finally in Canada, and despite all the crowds, we saw some of the most breathtaking mountains we had ever seen before.
On the floor, looking up, wanting more. This is so unreal. I must have been wrong. 'Cause your love is strong for him. Why would it not be? He's always there for you.
So cold. Good morning, y'all. Last night we had some pretty heavy rainfall as we were falling asleep, but other than that, it was probably the smoothest night we've had in the tent. Yesterday we saw our very first bear ever. I've never had a bear encounter, and this one was perfect because we were still in our car and it was on the side of the road. I feel like that was the best way to see a bear for the first time. We're going to see many bears on this journey and while living in Alaska, and we're going to be on an island with the biggest bear in the world, so I feel like that was a very necessary encounter. But today we're going to continue north. We're literally at the side of the road right now. Here you go.
Oh my god, it's not that bad.
Oh my god.
Yo, this one's extra. Oh yeah, you can feel the current.
You just have to smile through the pain. Another successful cold plunge in the books.
Now eating steak and potatoes. Oh, it's like right up here.
We're about to dip into these hot springs that are natural, but there's like a cedar lining around them. They've been used apparently for hundreds of years for ceremonial and spiritual practices. So we're just going to meditate and wash away the camp night we just had. Like, that's probably hot. Don't be fooled though, it definitely smells like rotting eggs at every hot spring you go to.
Yeah.
I forget why.
The sulfur.
Yeah, the sulfur just smells that way.
Pretty nice.
It's not bad. I think
It's pretty hot. I've been told.
careful one.
Yeah. This one.
The final leg of this journey consisted of one of the most remote drives I'd ever done before. No service, no civilization for hundreds of miles. And if you could even score a gas station, it was most likely abandoned. So after driving and driving and more driving, we had finally arrived to what would be our very first final destination, our new home. So we are renting this cabin. It's a little tiny home here in Alaska. We just needed a place to recharge for a few days because we've been camping so much. We just got done probably one of the most remote drives I think I've ever done, and this is my 50th state. I've never been to Alaska, so after seeing all the roads in the US, I can definitely say this was one of the craziest and most isolated ones, but in a weird way. It was kind of comforting. One thing I definitely do differently is probably have a satellite phone because there's absolutely no service and there's no one around. In a week, we have to ferry over to the island we're gonna live on off the coast of Alaska. It's one thing to move to Alaska, it's already super remote, but it's another to live on a coastal island with one grocery store. So it's going to be an adventure, and I think I'm going to leave it here We are just going to spend the next few days unwinding, getting some work done here. I appreciate if you watched it this far in. Thank you for watching me just live my life. And here's to a new chapter, living on an island in the Barents Sea.